Previously on Keeping Up with the Bill of Rights, Chloe and Courtney fight. So Courtney has been super into this whole church thing lately, and she wants me to go with her, but I'm just so not into it, so I'm not going.
Church on Sunday with the kids, and I kind of want you to come with me.
I'm actually not gonna do that. Everything, but I just really don't want to. Plus, Kim has been really into this whole Bill of Rights thing, and she keeps going on and on about it, so I mean, I guess I have learned a few things from it.
So I looked into it, and the First Amendment says that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. So the same thing should apply to Chloe, and she wanted to go.
One court case regarding this issue was when Lloyd Barenblatt, a college professor, was being questioned by the House Committee on Un-American Activities during the Communism Scare in the United States. Barenblatt refused to answer the questions about his religious and political beliefs, and Congress found him in contempt for impeding the investigation. On June 8, 1959, the Supreme Court upheld the conviction of Barenblatt, stating that his First Amendment rights were not violated. Kanye and Kim fight.
So Kanye wants to bring a gun to the house, and I'm so not about it. We have too many kids, too many animals, and too many people coming in and out of the house.
Well, you're the one who hyped me up all about the Bill of Rights stuff, and I recall the Second Amendment says I can bear arms and have a gun in my house.
Whatever.
The Supreme Court ruled that the right to keep and bear arms extended to individuals in each of the 50 U.S. states. The court ruled that the Second Amendment was incorporated by the Due Process section of the 14th Amendment, and individuals were therefore granted a constitutional right to keep firearms in their homes for self-protection. Chloe gets a surprise visitor. Can I help you?
I am commander from the U.S. Army, and I'm here to set up camp.
Absolutely not. I have a baby in the house and I don't know you. Bye.
U.S. Army and the government insist.
Then they obviously need to read the Third Amendment again. Bye.
The Third Amendment says that in peacetime, American citizens will never have to house soldiers in their home without their permission, and Chloe didn't give her permission, so...
The Third Amendment says, during times of peace, the military may not house its troops in private residences without the consent of the owners. During times of war, the military may not house its troops in private residences except in accordance with established legal procedure. Basically protecting the citizens' rights. This time on Keeping Up with the Bill of Rights.
I went to find my Vera Wang purse and I noticed it was gone. So then I started thinking about which one of my sisters would take it, and then I saw a pic of Chloe on Instagram with my purse, so I called her over.
Cute pic you posted the other day.
Thanks, Court.
Yeah, I really like the way my purse was in it.
I definitely don't have your purse.
Yeah, you do. I'm not stupid. It was clearly on your Instagram.
Whatever, Court. I have to go.
It has to be here somewhere.
What are you doing?
Looking for the purse I know you have.
I mean, technically the Fourth Amendment says that the government has no right to come in and take things, especially without a warrant. So if court was the government in this case, it would be violating the Fourth Amendment.
I don't have it, and you need to leave because I'm trying to put True down for a nap.
So selfish. Enjoy my purse. I mean, she's so selfish. It's not like she doesn't have the money to buy her own.
Yeah, I totally get it.
I mean, you saw her with a purse too, huh?
I plead the Fifth Court. The Fifth Amendment says that I don't have to answer that, which is where the phrase I plead the Fifth comes from. It also says that people who have been previously tried for a case can't be tried again, so Courtney can't make me answer.
The Fifth Amendment says that no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger, nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation.
So, I called you here today to have a little trial about my missing purse.
I'm really not so sure why you're so worried about a purse, but okay, Court, we'll do it your way.
Kim, because she's studying to be a lawyer and all, and she says the Sixth Amendment states that everyone has the right to a fair trial. So we're having Kim tweet out to all her followers and having the followers be your jury.
Okay, done. So we'll have our answer when the polls close at 3 p.m.
As Courtney said, they're doing this because the Sixth Amendment says that Chloe will have the right to a speedy trial, right to a jury, right to confront witnesses, right to have witnesses, and right to a counsel or attorney. This way, they're staying in line with the Sixth Amendment.
We are also doing this because of the Seventh Amendment, which says that if the price of an item exceeds $20, the person has the right to a jury. So we are giving it to her by having my followers be the jury.
2 hours later.
Okay, you guys, so the polls is closed, so we can see what they say about Chloe. And Chloe is guilty.
I knew it! Your punishment is you can never borrow any of my things again.
Come on, Court, that's cruel and unusual punishment.
I mean, the Eighth Amendment does say that the government can't give cruel or unusual punishment, so you can't either, Court.
The Eighth Amendment says that excessive bail should not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted. In Wilkerson v. Utah, a case in 1878, found Walter Wilkerson guilty of first-degree murder. The court decided that Wilkerson would be executed publicly. The defendant made an appeal on the ground that hanging was the approved form of execution at the time and not firing squad. However, the Supreme Court favored the decision. This violated Mr. Wilkerson's rights and was cruel and unusual punishment.
Well, the Ninth Amendment says that there are other rights not limited to the Bill of Rights, so I should have rights too.
Yeah, I'm not in that part of the book yet, so her punishment will be that she has to drive her kids to school every morning.
Who made you the government in all of this?
Yeah, the government only has the rights listed in the Constitution. Otherwise, it's given to the states and the people. So, if you want to violate the 10th Amendment, maybe you should go look at your law books again.
I agree.
The Ninth Amendment says that the enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be constructed to deny or disparage others retained by the people, meaning that people have more rights than just listed in the Bill of Rights, and they are subject to them. As Courtney said, the 10th Amendment says the powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution nor prohibited by it to the states are preserved to the states respectively or to the people, meaning that if it's not in the Constitution, the government doesn't get to do it, and they only have the powers listed.
What's my real punishment?
Nothing. I don't even like this verse.
So we did all this for nothing, is what you're saying.
Basically.
Okay, that's it.
The aftermath of this whole mess.
I can feel your heart racing, 'cause everybody knows, yeah, everybody knows. And I can feel your body shaking every single time. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Alright.